Yeah, the secret to staying skinny, it's not a secret anymore thanks to AM Fight Club's Julie Diver. She has all the workouts that we need to kick our metabolism into gear and even burn calories right after we're done working out, which I'm a big fan of. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning, Liz.
Thank you so much for this t-shirt, by the way. I love the peace sign. We're rocking out AM Fight Club this morning.
You got
representing every day.
You represent it well.
Thanks, Julie. Well, superset workouts is what we're talking about today. And what exactly does that mean, and why does it help us stay so nice and in shape?
Well, what happens with the supersets, we're going to cut down on the time in between.
Okay.
So it's going to increase our heart rate and keep it up at a certain level. So with that happening, it's going to make our metabolism boost in. And then even when you sleep, you'll burn calories, and it just...
Nice. See,
when
I'm
you're
a fan of
recovering,
that.
you're going to burn calories. Yeah.
Okay, so what do we need to do first in the first superset?
So the first one we're going to do is called the bent over row. So you would just lean forward, and you're just going to pull in, and we're using 3 to 5 pound dumbbells. So you always want to pull the belly in.
So
and you're
back flat, all that good stuff.
Back
and then
flat. Yep.
How many reps are we doing?
We're doing 10 to 15 reps.
10 to 15 to really kick that into gear. And then immediately after you do this, we're going into a second.
Right, we're going to go to the floor. So see, the heart rate's going to drop again. And we're going to do a bench press. So you're going to bend the knees, and you're just going to push up and back in, up and in. And these are a little quicker, and you're going to do 10 to 15 reps.
And then do you have to do these smaller weights, or if you wanted to get really...
You could use bigger.
If you wanted to get really intense.
Right, just to, you know, build a little bit of intensity is really just... You want a little resistance is what you want.
And then the idea behind this is right after this move, you'd go back to the first one, correct?
We'd come right back up.
And then you would go right back
and then you come right over. See, so there's no break in between.
So you might have to kind of tough through it if you like your breaks, but that's the way you get
no
skinny.
coffee in between. And then you would go back down and do the other one.
Keep doing that for 3 sets.
3 sets, right.
Okay, superset 2.
Okay, superset 2 would be, we'd use the chair on this one, and we're going to work the bicep and the tricep. And we're just going to lean right over the chair like this, and your palms are facing forward. And all you're going to do is like hinge yourself onto the chair, squeeze in, back down, and and down.
And very quickly, let's show that second move just so we have time.
Okay.
So right after we do 10 reps of that, we would go straight into the second move.
Right. The second move would be a diamond push-up. So
oh my goodness.
Bring your hands right inside and make that little diamond, because diamonds are a girl's best friend.
So we'll pull up some of this information on your screen at home. Julie's making me work out and do these push-ups. Superset 1 and 2, you keep kicking it in gear for 3 sets and little breaks in between.
Right.
Ooh, I'm already shaking.
I know, a little sweaty.
Ooh, okay, Julie, thanks so much. We're going to have you again in the 6 a.m. hour for Superset 3 and 4. Well, if you want to burn calories in your sleep, it sounds impossible, I know, but it's true. You can do it. AM Fight Club's Julie Diver has some really effective workouts that are going to kick up our metabolism and have us lean, mean fighting machines burning calories all day long. I love it.
Love it.
Julie, we did Superset 1 and 2 and 5, and now we're going to 3 and 4, and this would be something you would do as a complete workout to really break a sweat. Right.
So this next one we're going to do is going to be for our deep abs, low and deep.
Deep abs.
Right. So we're going to go to the floor. We can use the weights with this too if we want, but we'll just opt out of that right now. So we'll go to the floor, and we're going to do these. These are called the bicycle. Okay. So we're going to lay flat and our hands behind our head, and you're going to stay low, and we're going to do 10 to 15 reps of these. Okay. Up, back and forth, and then you're going to come back down. And we're going to keep our knees bent, and this is where we would use the weight. So we'll add the weight to this one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way down and all the way up and over.
Oh, yeah.
So you're going to go real deep into it.
Those deep abs are going to feel the burn, and it's going to cut through all that fat. Give us a nice, sexy six-pack.
You got it.
For the summer.
You got it.
I need to do some more sit-ups so I can get bikini ready, Julie. All right, and so then after you do that, you would go straight back to?
Straight back into the bicycle.
Into the bicycle.
So no rest again. We're just pushing it out.
No rest for the weary.
It's right. We're going to be sizzling the burn.
3. And then Superset 4, we would just literally not even take a break and get right into it.
And this one, we're going to just work the quads and the abs, and we're just going to flip over on all fours. And you're going to do what we call the quad up. So you're just going to push up to the ceiling on each leg.
So you're just basically on all fours. And then how do you want to hold your leg at a certain angle?
Yeah, you want to do like on a 90, and you're just going to lift with the heel. Oh, you got your heels on.
I forgot to change the
So you're going to point that up to the ceiling. Yeah.
So it's almost like a donkey kick?
It's called a quad rupt. Is what is another name for it, but people call them everything anymore.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you feel like calling it, you can call it.
So you would do that.
So, and then switch to the other side and flip go up high.
Keep going.
Yeah. And then our last one we would do is come up here. So again, we're going to go up and down with our heart rate. And we're going to use a chair because this will hold our balance. And you're going to come up on your toe.
Okay.
And then you're going to do one-legged squat.
All right. Well, while Julie and me are doing some squats, we're pulling up the information on your screen on Superset 3 and 4 of AM Fight Club's skinny workout. And goodness, I'm already feeling that burn. And we're going to keep squatting to break. Julie, if people want to figure out more about these workouts, where can they go to find you?
amfightclub.com.
Thank you so much. And whew, I'm going to need some water after this.